When it comes to education, the knowledge always changes. So you have to renew your knowledge always. Now you have embarked on your academic journey. It is the beginning of your academic journey. So from diploma, you have to go to the other levels and finally you have to achieve your goal. I always say that knowledge may be about 70%, but the skills about 30%. If you don't have those skills, then you will not be able to make use of your knowledge.
All right, so ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, I would like to invite another key personality in the house. We are going to hear from that gentleman about the wisdom and also the experience that he can give to us on this very arena of the 6th annual graduation ceremony of Royal Academy of Professional Studies. It's none other than the chief guest in the house, ladies and gentlemen. Without further ado, I would like to invite the chief guest of the 6th annual graduation ceremony 2026, the senior lecturer, Department of Private and Comparative Law, Faculty of Law, University of Colombo, Sri Lanka. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together and welcome Professor A. Sarwesvaran. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together.
Good afternoon, everyone. The chairman of the academy, the guest, head of the academic staff, administrative staff, and the academics here, students and the parents. So I am really honored and privileged to be here with you as the chief guest on the occasion of the 6th annual graduation of the academy. You all are very happy today because you all received your diploma today. So I would say that it is not the end of your journey. It is the beginning of your journey. So when you receive your diploma, it does not mean that you have learned the subject. You have learned how to learn. When it comes to education, the knowledge always changes. So you have to renew your knowledge always. So like your passport will expire after a particular period. So your knowledge also, what you learn or your diploma will expire after a period, unless you renew your knowledge. So now you have embarked on your academic journey. It is the beginning of your academic journey. So from diploma, you have to go to the other levels and finally you have to achieve your goal. When it comes to education, I would say there are 3 components. Knowledge. I said that knowledge always changes, so you have to always update your knowledge, unless it will expire. The other one is the skills. So once you have your knowledge, then you should have the skills to use the knowledge. I am a professor in law. When it comes to my students who study law, I always say that the knowledge may be about 70%, but the skills about 30%. If you don't have those skills, then you will not be able to make use of your knowledge. So when it comes to the law students, I used to tell them there are about 25 skills that they should possess. Otherwise, they can't be successful lawyers. So when it comes to your discipline also, you should have the relevant skills. So I think you may recognize me as a professor in law, but I am very happy to recognize me as a great sportsman. So I was a star player in football. So I played for my school team. I played for my school, Jaffna Hindu College. So during our time, our school was the best in Sri Lanka in football. And also I played for many sports clubs. In addition to that, I was the captain of my school, and also I used to become first in 100 meters, also 200 meters. So when it comes to my life, if you ask me what is your great achievement, I would say not becoming a professor, but became first in high jump. So I was a captain of our house in the school. So when it comes to the sports meet, I became first in 100 meters, 200 meters. The third item was high jump. So I was the shortest person in the group, because when it comes to the others, they were very tall. So they never expected that I will get a place in high jump. No one. But I had a determination to become first. So then I had very rigorous training under a coach. Then on the day of the sports meet, I became first. And also I would say I crossed 2-3 bars above the second person. So when I told this to my wife, she never believed this as usual. So recently my schoolmate came for a dinner. That time he told my wife, still we remember that Sarwes crossed the bar like a bird. Then only my wife believed that I became first in high jump also. I became first in marathon race. I used to. So then what I want to say is, so that is what we say achievement. So if you have a goal in your mind, you can achieve. So you may think that I am a professor in law, then I have studied in a leading school in Sri Lanka. No. I am a village boy. I have studied up to O level in my village school. Then for A level, so because in the school we didn't have science stream, I did bioscience, so I went to definitely into college. So, but I would say the foundation was in my village school. Because when it comes to my achievements, the teachers and my parents were behind that. So it doesn't matter where do you study, but here what is important is what do you study and how do you make use of your knowledge at the end. So when it comes to your education or the diploma, it is I used to compare with a cricket bat. So Kusal Mendis also has the bat, cricket bat. You also have the same cricket bat, but you know how he scores runs. Sometimes you may not score. So both of you have the same bat. So many of you will have the same diploma or same degree. But at the end, how do you make use of it? For that, you need the skills, and also you have to always renew your knowledge, and also you have to have the necessary attitudinal change. With the combination of all three, you can achieve your goals. And also, I would like to say a few words in Tamil. உங்களுடைய கல்வியை பொறுத்த மட்டில் இது உங்களுடைய பயணத்தினுடைய ஆரம்பம். நீங்கள் இந்த டிப்ளோமாவிலிருந்து அடுத்த கட்டத்துக்கு போக வேண்டும், அதிலிருந்து அடுத்த கட்டத்துக்கு போகணும். அவ்வாறு செல்கின்ற பொழுதுதான் உங்களுடைய கல்வி நிறைவு பெறும். அது மாத்திரமல்ல, உங்களுடைய கல்வி ஒரு இலக்கை நோக்கியதாக இருக்க வேண்டும். அந்த இலக்கிய நோக்கிய பயணத்தில் நீங்கள் அர்ப்பணிப்புடன் இருக்கின்ற பொழுதுதான் நீங்கள் எதை அடைய விரும்புகின்றீர்களோ அதை அடைய முடியும். அதற்கு தேவையான அறிவு உங்களுக்கு இருக்க வேண்டும். அந்த அறிவு என்பது நீங்கள் இவ்வாறு கற்க நெறிகளை கற்கின்ற பொழுது பெறுகிறீர்கள். ஆனால் அவ்வாறு பெறுகின்ற அந்த அறிவு அதனுடன் நிறைவு பெறுகின்ற ஒன்று அல்ல. தொடர்ந்து நீங்கள் அந்த அறிவை புதுப்பித்து கொண்டிருக்க வேண்டும். அதே போல் அதற்கு உங்களுக்கு தேவையான ஆற்றல்கள் இருக்க வேண்டும். அந்த ஆற்றல்கள் இல்லாத போது அந்த கல்வியினுடைய முழு பயனையும் நீங்கள் பெற முடியாது. அதேவேளை நீங்கள் அவைகளை பயன்படுத்தி நீங்கள் முன்னேறுகின்ற பொழுது உங்களுக்கு தேவையான அந்த ஊக்கம் இருக்க வேண்டும். இவைகள் எல்லாம் இருக்கின்ற பொழுது நீங்கள் அடைய வேண்டிய இலக்கை அடைய முடியும். என்னை பொறுத்த மட்டில் நான் உங்களுக்கு சொல்லக்கூடியது, நீங்கள் எங்கே படிக்கிறீர்கள் என்பதல்ல, எதை படிக்கின்றீர்கள் என்பதல்ல முக்கியம். நீங்கள் படித்ததை எப்படி பயன்படுத்துகின்றீர்கள் என்பதுதான் முக்கியம். அந்த வகையில் நான் நினைக்கிறேன், இன்றைக்கு நீங்கள் இந்த டிப்ளோமா பெறுகின்ற பொழுது பெறுகின்ற அந்த கல்வி உங்களுக்கு பயனுள்ளதாக இருக்கும். இதிலிருந்து நீங்கள் அடுத்த கட்டத்துக்கு செல்ல வேண்டும் என்று வாழ்த்தி நான் விடைபெறுகின்றேன். I congratulate all of you who get a diploma today. Thank you.